It's hot, it's humid, and it's 2 o'clock in the morning. I can definitely tell that summer's on its way. Now I've been hearing a bird-like trill all night, and from the sound I can definitely tell that we're dealing with an eastern gray tree frog. Now in this area right here I've been hearing a lot of it, so I'm going to go ahead and get some spotlights on I've set up so it can help me find these guys. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to look for movement to see if I can find any in this area. Now with the light on, I see some movement over here because they're trying to get out of the light and get into the shadows so they can hide from me. So I'm going to try to grab him. Alright, I got him. Now this guy, he has a little green tint. Now the scientific name is Hyla versicolor. The Latin name, versicolor, means that they can change color. They can be a greenish color as this one is, or they can be a whitish or gray. Now the eastern gray tree frog, it lives in the eastern part of the United States. Where I'm at right now in Missouri, you can find them in the entire state. Now here's something else over here on my right side. I'm going to go back in these little bushes and see if I can find another one. Because what they do, they descend from the canopy at night and they join the chorus, singing a bunch of different little songs to try to attract their mate. Alright, caught another one. I got one. Now this one's kind of a whitish gray color. Can't see him right now, I'll try to zoom in on him later. You can see him crawling on my hands with their little suction cups. That's what they use to climb up the tree. They have little suction feet. They can stick to almost anything. They can cling to my skin, the branches, the leaves, the trees. Now I'm going to go ahead and grab the camera, zoom in on those suction feet, and also zoom in so you can see the color variations on these guys. As you see here, they have adhesive pads on the tips of their toes and their fingers. They use these to move quickly from the forest floor to the forest canopy. They can also use these to move from branch to branch. They leap from one and they grab a hold of the next one with their suction feet. They can also use these to get away from predators. They can move into trees, shrubs, leaves, anywhere that they can get camouflage. As I said, these suction cups are essential to their life in the forest. Now as you see are the color variations of these two individuals. We have the gray one and we also have the green one. Now as I said, the Latin word versicolor means that they can change color. So the green one could be gray and the gray one could be green. It's going to depend on the environment, temperature, what is going on around them. Now as you see in these pictures, the green one blends perfectly into the branches with the leaves and the shrubs with the leaves. This green coloration is perfect camouflage. But in this gray one, you see this is amazing camouflage on the bark. It can also blend into dirt. This camouflage is important to their life in the forest. Now in Missouri, we have two species of gray tree frog. We have the Cope's gray tree frog, and we have the eastern gray tree frog as you see here. In the wild, it's almost impossible to tell them apart. The only way to tell them apart is from their calls. The eastern gray tree frog is going to have more of a bird-like call, whereas the Cope's gray tree frog is going to sound more like a buzzer. As you just saw there as it lifted up its hind leg, you saw that yellowish-orange marking there. Now this is important to distract predators as they jump away. It's kind of a warning, it's a distraction. Look at my bright color, stay away from me. Now the gray tree frogs are average-sized frogs. They're about 1 1/4 to 2 inches. Now this size and that coloration you saw make them almost impossible to find. What do you have to do? You listen for their calls, you go out with your spotlight, you try to spotlight them, you try to find them. Now in Missouri where we are right now, the perfect time to look for them is from May to June when they come down from the canopy. They're going to start calling in wonderful choruses to attract a mate so they can breed. They're going to breed in the fishless woodland ponds or in buckets of water, anything containing water that is bordering the woodlands. They're going to come down, they're going to lay their eggs are going to hatch, and eventually going to morph into the little tiny frogs. They will eventually grow up to the size you see here. Well, it's getting late and I'm sure these guys want to go out and try to find some food, so I'm going to go ahead and let them fade back into the night. So next time you're out late, maybe bring a camera and try to find an adventure. I'll see you all next time.